Okay.
All right. We're going to give this a minute. Nice having you. We're going to wait and see if one person pops on, then we know that everything's good and we'll get started on the show. For those of you
Okay.
who are here coming in, this is a business show. Yeah, I always do a life and a business one each month. This happens to be our business call. So I'm going to go ahead and get it shared. And I think we'll start to see some folks coming over. And as soon as I see something, we'll go. And then anyone who pops in, just go ahead, if you can, say who you are and where you're from, and that will help us. All right, we've got somebody in there. There we go. It is good. I have a little ticker down there at the bottom. I'm going to count back and we'll start the show, but you can see that what we're going to do is go through somebody, a friend of mine, I'm going to announce her in a minute, her website, and really try to teach you. So any entrepreneurs that hop on live, that's great if you do it in replay, but literally open up your computer screen next to this and start to kind of do it on your own website. These talk shows are really as a coaching tool for everybody out there listening. All right. So I'll count back and then we'll go ahead and get started. The producer will be able to clip in the music and it'll go live on iTunes tomorrow or the next day. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone. This is Nikki Klegel with Fulfill Your Legacy. I am so happy that you are here with us on another episode of Living Within Sweet Spot. I'm an author, a life and a business coach and speaker who helps people get God partnered and really tap into all the abundance that offers, whether it's in their work or their business. It helps them live, love, learn, and lead according to the call God has in their life. All right. So today we are bringing in a coach from one of the communities that I'm part of. And so she is in a life coaching community, the same one that I got certified from. I'm sure she'll do great. I screened them because I'm looking for somebody that I see so much potential with. I'm going to introduce her in 1 second. And on top of the potential that I know they'll be able to carry these things out that I bring up, but also that they have a great start. And Deborah, that is exactly what you had when I went to your website. I'm like, I love what you're doing.
Thank
Already, I
you.
think I said your website was clean. That's what I like about it. And then I was like, I think we can do some things. So
Okay.
Deborah, you had one particular thing you were looking for. I don't know if you remember it. It's in the ticker down there. But then also just tell us a little bit about yourself. This is Deborah Kelly.
Hi, everybody. It's so fun to be here. Yeah, so we share the life coaching commonality in the school that we went to, and I'm just kind of getting into the groove here. I've been working in the coaching business for about a year, and I love what I'm doing. It's so much fun, and I love the people I meet and the conversations that I get to have. And like Nikki just said, the one thing I'm really looking for is just to make sure I'm attracting the right clients, like getting in front of the right audience.
Okay. Well, I know that we're going to be able to help you. There's a couple things on my mind, tips that
Okay.
everyone who is an entrepreneur can apply it. But what we're going to do is we're going to start by looking at your website and really thinking about if anyone, a random person lands on your website, what they can see and what will help them step in more. Because a
Okay.
lot of people are probably hitting your website, but they don't really become a client until we start engaging with them, get their email address, get them to recognize something that we're doing. So let's go ahead, share screen, and we'll talk about some of this. So
Okay.
bear with me while I
Sure.
flip over to this other screen and we'll get started. All right. So we're going to go here. Can you see your website?
Yes.
Okay, so I cannot see you guys, but I can tell you that yes, as soon as I come to your website, I got a couple things. I talk to people a lot about what we say is the fold. Okay, so when we talk about
Okay.
the fold, that's this thing. If you were on your phone or if you were on your computer, everything we can see right when the website comes up is considered your fold. So that's this right here. And
Okay.
if I were to land here and decide if I want to continue to lean into you, potentially be your client, I'd be sitting here thinking, okay, I think she does health coaching. I see this thing, it says health coaching, group health coaching. And I also see something that says life coaching. So that's pretty accurate, wouldn't you say?
I would hope so. Yes, I think
Yep.
so.
Okay, so that's good. We're on the right track because a lot of times I head somewhere and I really don't know what the person does. Now, in a fold, we make a big mistake when we don't have our faces on there, and you definitely have your face available. However, you're sort of highlighting say yes to healthy
Mhm.
versus you. And if they're looking to just buy and get and engage with PDFs and those sorts of things, then I would make that kind of be my top. When you read from this way over. So I kind of get that that's your call to action,
Mhm.
but it's like you're highlighting that over yourself. And I can share with you. In fact, I'm going to quickly just kind of pull up some of my website. We'll let that load. So, what I want to do is I can share with you what we can do to kind of make you be the center and your call to action all up here in one spot. So, now if we
Okay.
move forward, click for more information and to register for group health coaching. All right. Tuesday evenings from 8 at 8 p.m. Eastern time, and it begins October 5. Perfect time for this, right? So, those of you
Yeah.
listening, ding, 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 if you need health coaching.
Mhm.
6 group sessions and then 1 individual personal one, which I think that's a great idea to meet with them personally first.
Mhm.
I don't know how much it is, and so now you've put the customer in a little dilemma. So, it could be strategy on your part, and
Mhm.
maybe you just never thought of it. So, right now, the people usually land here for about 3 seconds, and at 4 seconds, they're usually gone or they're scrolling down. So, do
Okay.
you want to have the price there, or do you want to have something free that makes them engage right off the bat? And then at least because they got the free thing, signed up with their email address, at least you know who the people are that are interested, regardless of whether they stepped in to pay for something or not. So, could this PDF thing looking thing here, maybe it's just a picture,
Mhm.
maybe
It's a
not.
picture.
Okay, maybe recipes for this week, whatever you're including in this program, could
Uh-huh.
something have been pulled out that was like, get the training or get the PDF or get the whatever? They
Mhm.
sign up, and now their immediate email, their very next email is one that says, hey, I've got this coaching group that's starting on October 5. Now, all that could be written here, but you had a button for them to step in and do something fast right away because a lot of people are nervous about, okay, I'm going to go look at this program. Also, see this is a hyperlink, you guys. If you can
Yeah.
turn these into buttons, it really engages someone more than hyperlinks. A lot of people think that's just text. They don't even read it. They don't see it says click. And some people will be like, click where? And you know what I
Oh,
mean? So just
okay.
putting a button there makes a big difference. Let's click though. So now it's opening to, and thank goodness you have your rights open. A lot of people will forget to do that. So then they click
Okay.
to a PDF and they can't get in there. But so right now it's basically taking you to kind of like the guidelines. It tells you the price and it breaks down what's in the week, a lot of things that I encourage people to do. So this is awesome. I love that. I love that you've got the price. Now, this is a super good price for
Okay.
all of this. So I wouldn't be shy about that. But to each his own, there's 2 strategies and they both work depending on who you're attracting. But to imagine getting 6 sessions for $300 on your health that lasts a 6-week long program. I mean, all that's really good. Plus 2 private. I think you said no, 1 private session on
1.
top of
Mhm.
that. So this is great. Okay. But you can see that how many people will actually engage in this and register, right?
Right.
Oh, and the register isn't hyperlinked. I don't think it is with the extra click. It's not open right away.
Mm.
You got to click it and then go down. That's
Okay.
okay. So let's go to that once. I love how your trail is so hooked up, so nice. So here's a question, but it's not taking payment, right? Is that right?
Right, because I wanted to reach out and connect with each person.
Uh-huh. See, right now there's so many different little steps that I think you
Yeah,
could be losing them, and you don't notice this until you do it with somebody, right? You're
sure.
like, wait a minute. Okay, I can make that a little smoother. I'm going to go ahead. And then, awesome. It's been recorded. And so I'm not real sure. So maybe in here, at least say, you could have back there where the invite was to submit that, you could say, and to get your free PDF or your free menu plan or whatever it is,
Sure. Okay.
workout. And then here you could say, check your email and I'll deliver it. Different little things to keep them at least engaged.
Okay.
So when you're wanting to attract clients, at this point, you may be leaving some that come here and they're like, oh, I'm just in this little rabbit trail. One click, okay, then the next click, then fill out this form, then the next one. And maybe just having a button right here that says, maybe two, you could say, take me to the program, or yes, please. And the other one is grab my free PDF and run. You know what I mean?
Okay. All
So,
right.
so all we care about is having emails of people who we know want our stuff. So
Right.
when we say attracting the right client, well, we got to first get them in our, then once you've got them in your place, then you can send an email every month and you know that you've got the right people. They're unsubscribing if they're not interested. The right people are staying in that group. And then once a month or so, you can offer them a new product, or maybe every quarter you come out with something. And then you have this hot group of people that didn't actually have to join. They just got the free thing, but it's the free thing that's so narrowed down to the niche that you work with. Make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so then let's go here. And so this actually tends to be did you know the about page is the most clicked on page on a website? I did not know that.
I didn't either.
Nope, until I started doing this coaching and doing like SEO searches and stuff like that. And that is why when you look at people's websites, this panel that you see right here is often right below the header. I think maybe this is your header and then this is
Hmm.
right below it. So yours
Right.
is, but we can't tell this is a header. So what I'm going to suggest is, see how this is a header? So
Okay.
it's an image of you that goes all the way across. And even if we have time, I'm going to show you how you can make one of these. A lot of new coaches don't have like, oh my gosh, now I have to spend thousands of dollars for like a photo shoot, right? And get all these wide angled pictures. Well, I can teach you how to do that. If not, after this, you and I will just privately, I'll sit down with you. We'll stop screen
Okay.
share and get off live, and we'll build you a header if you want. But you
Okay.
can see that this is the fold, and you've got me versus
Hmm.
some form here or a bunch of words saying, join this new thing I'm coming out with. And then it's simple and clear. Transform your life and your business. And then which do you want to do? The business or the life? Like, isn't that like so obvious to what I do? So,
Hmm.
and then you can take an assessment. So you can either take a life one or a business one. And so this just gets email addresses. So I'm now quickly realizing who my right client is, the ones who want to transform their business or those who want to transform their life. And I'm not mixing them up. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yep. Cool. Okay. So now let's go ahead, head back to your website. And
Okay.
now we're going to go ahead and we're going to scroll down, and it says, read more about Deborah. I like that. So most often we have a little button here that says, and then it takes you off to a different page that is the About Deborah page. But even if
Hmm.
it's here, all that button can do is shoot them straight down to this section that's about you.
Yeah.
And then I love that I always offer free 30-minute intro call so that you can try me out and click here. Love that. That could also be in this header place. Like you could have the
Okay.
free health um, one-on-one or whatever you want to call it. Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Yep. And then, so let's go down here. And now it says coaching programs I offer. So I really want your people getting past this stuff and getting to what it is you do, because this is really clean. I was telling her how clean her website is. She's branded with colors, which I love. And then look here, she divides this out: personal, health, and then coach walking, which I don't know what it is, but it sounds cool, right? So, so what we encourage, what I want you to do is, I think people will step in, engage with you where you can attract the right people in the right categories if you have something in each one and a picture. For some reason, Pictures sell. She followed the rules, you guys. She has bullets here. Have you ever seen people's websites where it's just big, long text of stuff to read? People will check out. And so she went and bulleted out. It's fast and easy to see who belongs in these groups. Stuck people, moms, busy people, or somebody feeling overwhelmed with challenges. And they just, they had some bad things happen. So I love that. It's clear. But what if we had an image right above this that looked like, for one, a woman about a mom age who looks overwhelmed? That
Yeah.
right there would really, or you can remember when we're marketing, we're either marketing toward the pain or the purpose of what you do. So it's
Mhm.
either a picture of somebody who looks like this painfully, or they look like they're on the other side of this, that it worked, right? And then
Okay.
same with health coaching. So, maybe do a positive one. Somebody looks like they have so much life purpose and direction. And then here they look healthy. Maybe they're in a workout outfit and then maybe have a baby on their hip. And then here, whatever this coach walk thing is, describing it out. But it says busy individuals looking for life and health coaching, busy people who want to exercise their mind and body, those who need additional accountability. So maybe I'd like that it's kind of an accountability group, maybe. And so then, maybe you have like a checklist and like two girls like thumbs upping each other or something. You know what I mean? So
Sure.
so that you're painting the picture.
Okay.
And kind words from my clients. So this is testimonials. Love that. Okay. So now I'm going to take it off of screen share.
Okay.
And yeah, okay, I've got you back. And
Yeah.
so now what I want to do is just have you sort of give me a couple things that you think of that would get someone to step in. So you don't have to say how many people on your email list.
Sure.
But when we're talking about, I got to attract the right clients, you have to think to yourself, okay, in the last 6 months, so you're a new coach, she's new,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
so in the last 6 months, what have you done to grab an email list outside of sign up for the program? Can you think of those?
Um, yeah, so recently I hosted a free time management class. And so I had people attend that class with, no buy-in, but their registration, I got their email addresses.
So good. Okay,
Hmm.
so now you probably did it on Zoom.
Yes,
Okay, so you have a recording of it. So
I
what
do.
if you now up at the top where your call to action is, you could maybe say free training, time management training,
Hmm.
and that could be under the life coaching. And then you could have another button and that's for the health coaching. And it could be like whatever will go along with this thing that you have coming out here soon. So maybe the PDFs that go with that or whatever.
Okay.
Um, so now it's like, okay, well, how am I delivering this to get people to do this? So when you got people into that original course that was free on time management, was
Hmm.
it on Facebook? Was it inside? Where did you send it out?
Yeah, so that's one of the areas that I feel like I know the least about because I'm sharing it on Facebook and sharing it with groups and on Instagram and things, but there are so many rules around where you can share stuff. And
What
so,
you say that will,
yeah.
yeah, block it and yep.
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
need to get outside of just Facebook.
Okay, so we're gonna do two things. I'm gonna do one of them for the audience, and then
Okay.
one of them's probably more for everyone. So she already has free things that she is doing that add value and will attract people who are directly related to what it is she's selling. So this is beautiful. And if you don't have that, I want you to. And here is a great way to simplify it. Do you feel like social media posting? It's a time sucker, right? And
Hmm.
so if we can multi-purpose these things, it's really great. So what I would say is take your month. You guys plan this for next year. Take your year calendar and write down January through December. Now take all your products. So I have books out there behind me. So Live, Love, Learn, and Lead. They're 4 books. This is all in my faith-based coaching, but I also do business coaching on 12 topics, right? So literally right there, I have 12 and another 4, 16 topics. So literally, if you can just with your products, with what you offer, if you can think of 12 main topics. You're going to put one for each month. Okay. So January gets maybe like fitness.
Mhm.
February is going to get diet. March is going to get mindset. April is going to get planning and time management. May is going to get, now literally go through your whole year and give each month a topic. Now break that down. So let's say we chose time management. Now we're going to break it down, and week 1 of that month is going to be on do a journal. I want you to just take the first week of this month and I want you to journal it out. Bing, provide them a free journal. Now they're signing up for the free journal that goes along with it, right? Okay, week 2 is going to, you can watch this and record. You don't have to write all this down. And then week 2 is going to be, okay, so after I'm now aware of where my time's going, now maybe you do a week on prioritizing your time and figuring out how to be work efficient. So that's week 2. Now week 3 and 4 for time management, it might be, okay, so now it's going to be, I don't know, you know more than me, 2 more things that really affect time management, right?
Mhm.
So maybe it's getting help you need, like
Right.
realizing like there's help, and then maybe another one. So now you basically for the whole year have spelled out what you're going to do, and now make a freebie for each month. And if you can make one for each week, wow, but for each month is great, right? So now she's saying, okay, well, how do I get this out? That's
Yeah.
one thing. We need freebies because you're not going to know your audience if you don't have them. So now for everyone, you included. I
Okay.
feel like you're probably already doing that. So
Yeah.
now for all of us, how do we get it out there? Well, we need to honestly get in new spaces. So now I'm faith-based in my practice. So my stuff got held from, can't even say the word, right? But like, I mean, we're now in replay, we'll get 4,000, 5,000 views because I feed things over to iTunes and other places. But where I used to have thousands of people listening on these lives, I might have at the end of it 10 or 15 people live. So things have changed, and some of it is the words we say, the passions that
Mhm.
we have, and we have to decide, we don't need to get frustrated by it. We have to figure out, like you said, how do I work around it? And so what are the words that I can say and not say? And also, are there creative solutions? So some of them are partnering. So you've got people that maybe are doing something. We'll just say that they're doing coaching that is very we'll say overwhelm and anxiety. So or maybe even mental illness, okay?
Mhm.
So you didn't say that specifically in your field, but a lot of those people would be the same people because they'd fall in that life coaching overwhelm and anxiety.
Yeah.
So but that's their focus. Okay, but now they only do that. They only work with moms who, like just came out of postpartum depression, or maybe they're whatever, but their focus is all on that. They want to start adding in health. And
Right.
they do not want to become a PIO instructor. They do not want to start, working on all these diets and everything. What about a nutrition specialist? So maybe, are you certified as a nurse, a nutrition
No.
practitioner? Find a nutrition practitioner. And now she wants your people, and you can help each other. And all of this partnering is never done for you. It's always done for the people you serve. So that's the best place to start, is think about the services that you provide and then how you can give them more by partnering with someone else. Okay?
Yeah. Mhm.
So that's what I would say. And then it's like you can't just show up and use people. This is the biggest
Right.
thing. Like, I can hear this. I have people probably, oh, that's okay. I probably have I don't know, 4 messages a day with people trying to get me to partner with them. But I
Hmm.
hear it. I hear the tone of it. And what you're looking for and what you want to do to other people is, what can I give you? And if
Mhm.
somebody says, hey, can did you come to me and did you say, hey, Nikki, I really want to be on your talk show? No. I reached out to you and said, listen, I want to highlight and I also want to give value to you. So I'm giving to you. And
Right.
and that's a connection now. And so that's what you want to do with other people. So some ideas that you can
Sure.
do is plan a retreat. Plan a virtual one day, half day thing where you do it with like people that I mentioned, maybe a
Hmm.
nutritionist, maybe a doctor that's works with mindset, because I know you mentioned on your some of your stuff, kind of mindset stuff.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
so these are great ideas, and I'll tell you, like Shemaine Nugent is somebody that I partner with. We work great together, and what she's adding I'm gaining, and what she doesn't have she's gaining from me, and it's just growing into a huge thing. This is what I want for you guys. And start small, and then let it grow and get bigger and bigger and bigger, and it does.
Yeah.
So we've spent a lot of time already, a half hour. I don't even know where this goes, but how about when you think of getting the right clients, is there anything we haven't talked about yet? So I said 4 things. So do you want me to review what they are before you go?
Yes, that would be great.
The first one is, do they get confused when they do get on your space? So I was
Okay.
helping you, like with your website, like making it really clear what they're getting there, and that they're getting you. They're not getting a PDF. So we got to get your
Right.
face up there in the header.
Okay.
We got to be clear about it. And then the second thing is, we have to have something for them to get, right?
Yep.
They
Okay.
can't just grab you. It's virtual. So you
Mhm.
have to have something they can grab onto, something tangible that will get the email address. Okay.
Okay.
Then the third one is like, okay, I need to find a way to get content out there to them fast and easy. And so that kind of calendar thing is a good idea. So it's exhausting coming up with content. This helps you for the whole year have content. The next, oh, our town sirens are going off. Can you hear it?
Yeah, a little bit.
I should have shut my door before we started. So that's live. That's entrepreneurship for you. Oh my gosh, it's loud. I better go shut it. So I'll just clip this. My producer will, but Facebook, hold on. All right. So I got to smile and we got to count back. So they have a good place to clip, but
Okay.
okay. And then number 4 is going to be, I don't know, number 4. Oh, yeah. So partnering with other people.
Partner.
Okay. So
Okay.
finding great ways to partner. All right. So after having said all those things, I'm curious do you now listening to me? Do you have other questions? Because I'm just here to serve you. And honestly, every other entrepreneur listening is probably wondering the exact same thing. It can even be a freebie on something else.
I'd like to think of I wish I had prepared.
No, it's
I
all
wonder
good.
about the value of having videos on the website. So I've gotten some input on that. So I've put some in there, but they are an additional click.
Yes. Okay. Videos are awesome, whether they're on well, for sure on social media. So all of
Mhm.
your engagement goes up in the like 70s and 80% when you put videos on there. Okay.
Mhm.
So, so do that. Then the next thing is on your website. So there's a couple thoughts on this. One is that if you can wrap them around a story. So maybe entrepreneurs that are listening, there's a couple that have been staying on pretty steady. I don't know who you are. I can't see it. Oh gosh, I should have had comments up. Let's see. Okay, good. So what I want you to know is that there's a specific kind of way of doing a video in a hero's journey that you should use on your about page. You can go to my about page and kind of see it. It's old. I could probably redo it again, but it's really effective. Then there's also another way that you can use that same story in a sales strategy. And it helps you be genuine and real. Like, we know how awful that is when we've got people who are selling us. And like, that is
Mhm.
the worst repellent. And like, just get it out of your mind. Service sells. Don't ever try to sell someone. Try to serve them. Service sells. And so doing this video in a way that serves and shares your story is so effective. So, I mean, maybe somebody on the call or somebody can just ask that for another, and I will teach how to do that in one whole video that we have. It'd probably take the whole half hour. But yes, and you can Google
Okay.
it or go nose around on my website. But you can type in hero's journey. You follow that,
Hero's
but
journey.
believe me, I mean, you almost got to do it and send it in and then have me edit it and kind of teach you how, because people just don't always realize how it works until they have
Okay.
somebody listening and critiquing it. But it's a great question and I would do it. Oh, last thing on a website, never put the video on your website. Always put
Mm,
the link because
okay.
it'll slow your website down. And that's a whole nother nightmare. And even with the link, you can put it in places to get a link that will not have the reoccurring videos. So when you're putting web videos up, like YouTube and Vimeo and all different things like that, the YouTubes will show other videos that you
Yeah.
tend to look at. There's a way to get that off. And then, so do that or upload it to a different program that just holds the link for you and then put it back on without that. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Oh my gosh. Okay. Tell everyone how we can get to your website. Tell them a little bit about this thing in October that you have coming up.
Okay.
And Deborah, I pray nothing but blessings over your work and your business. And I'm just glad. I love what you're doing.
Well, thank you. So yeah, it's Deborah Kelly Life Coaching.com, all one word, and Deborah spelled out long, OREH. And so yeah, I do a combination of life and health coaching, and the coach walking, that was a little potentially unclear, is almost a blend of the two of those two things. So
Mhm.
I'm doing the life coaching, but while we're walking. And so it can
Good.
be either virtual or in person. My in person clients, I meet at a park and we walk and we coach at the same time. Virtual clients are on the phone and we're both walking.
That is so cool. Yeah, make
Yeah.
that like get that picture, like get that is so cool. I love that. I love
Thank
that.
you.
And,
Yeah.
you're making me think like I have a community and I'm a nurse and
Hmm.
half of my stuff is health too. And we really don't step into it much. So,
Yeah.
mental note. Okay.
Yeah.
All
Wonderful.
righty. Talk to you
Hmm.
later. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.